Hello, hello. Good evening, good morning to Europe. Good afternoon to parts where you're watching us in the afternoon. Welcome to some Rando After Dark. I'm James FNX. I'm joined by Jesse here on comms tonight for a Week 6 matchup in the Lake Hylia division between JKLOL's Kaysden and the Longshots Homewrecker. Jesse, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm tired. I don't know what caused me to sign up for tonight, but I'm awake, I guess, and ready to talk some Zelda mystery.
You were going to watch Kaysden anyway, so might as well talk about it.
I guess. Why not?
Big matchup for both teams here. You guys over in JKLOL fighting for a playoff spot. A win here will give you complete clearance on the Longshots. And Longshots fighting to stay out of relegation. They do have a 6-point advantage on 3%. As we are starting with some Pottery Lottery.
Yeah, so the pots are shuffled. It looked like that our first enemy outside of Link's house also not shuffled, so that's not a bad sign. Kaysden's given a little bit of a look to see about other shuffles on the item screen. So we'll see. Both of them heading up towards the Uncle here.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense to get a quick test and see if
this is an entrance shuffle as well.
We do have some entrance shuffle, and we've got a sword. So if it was an entrance shuffle, we'd have some easy kills to do inside of Hyrule Castle. But just gonna gamble your money away. Homewrecker taking some notes, making some decisions about what he wants to do, as Kaysden's going to head down to the Hylia area.
Yeah, just getting some syncing up here. And yes, Kaysden is definitely overjoyed to find that it is entrance tonight. I think that's the one setting he really didn't want.
$46 items for Hyrule Castle. I think that's gonna
That's just pottery.
Just rule out the enemy drops there. It's just gonna be Pottery's Ice Palace is found for Kaysden.
Yeah, not gonna check that hint yet. Home's gonna take that one bomb and do backup escape here.
Not a bad idea in this mode. It is 9 checks.
Well, it's actually more than that even, because if you come up the stairs towards Sank, you can get another 4.
Yep, absolutely.
Meanwhile, Kaysden does find Desert Palace, which is quite loaded. Or can be. I will say the fact that we found a very early shield could mean nothing. I wonder if that could mean we are dealing with a shop sanity of sorts.
Strong possibility there. We find our big keys are shuffled, are inside the dungeons, they're not wild.
Ooh, nice hook shot there in Desert Palace.
Nice one to have. You don't have any. You have a sword, so getting to stun enemies, kill them real quickly. So let us get items in hookshot cave if we find it. And let us do a lot more on the mountain if we find a way up there. Read your tiles, Kaysden. Read your tiles.
Hints don't exist. Couple of empty pots already for 3 straight empty pots here in Desert. I mean, hey, small magic's not bad, right?
Yeah, we don't have anything to do with it yet, but I'm never really going to turn down a small magic this early in the game.
The way I would describe the hint tile thing, folks, is like, for me personally, it's like by the time I started playing Rando, hint tiles were kind of already not a thing. So it just doesn't feel like a thing ever, and I forget that they exist.
Yeah, they were only a thing for like one version, maybe 1.5 versions of Rando before V31. So if you started after that, if you started in V30 31, you really haven't played seeds where hints are on other than mystery. Chat point, yeah, they're used a lot indoors as well. This Kaizen's going to follow this connector out to...
And end up out of desert area.
Yeah, checkerboard cave. No book.
Unfortunately, he got that big key after and didn't get to check the big chest. But not a huge deal. Like, it's not going to be too killer. Going to wait and see probably to head back.
Yeah, it's pretty accessible, given where our starting locations are. So we find Pod at Agina's Cave. Homewrecker finding more of Escape.
Yeah, it looks like the small keys are shuffled, and we don't know what kind of character the keys are going to have small-wise. Like, we'll see what... We did see that big key in the back, which does make me a little concerned about the potential for the small keys to be key dropped instead of, you know, in their own dungeons.
Yeah,
we'll see this. Yeah, we'll see what this map guard's got going on for it. And yeah, while it's not full mobbery, we do have small keys not inside, and that is a hint tile that tells us the hints are not on. This is definitely a funny looking randomizer, folks.
Sure is.
Case, you went that way with bombs and decided not to at least check the pots in the mimic room. I'm confused.
It's 9-10. Kaizen's playing cross keys. We'll cut him some slack so we find the back of Turtle Rock. It's definitely not Bombay Clearmouse. We've banned that from League because that is a bad mode.
Nicely done on Laser Bridge there. Meanwhile, Home is found his way over to Dark World and is doing some back and forth between the worlds, trying to get as much checks as he can. Kays, why are we not checking the peg maze?
Did he have? Oh, you don't need you do need a small key to get over there. Did he have?
Oh, he does need a small key. You're right. My bad. I'm gonna give him some crud, but I shouldn't have there.
We find GT at Dark Saha, I believe. And Homewrecker is going to take the Death Warp and take a look at the few things he can get in here.
Yeah, there's some stuff to the left and to the right here, at least. The left does have at least a couple of pots. Kaizen does have money here for the chest game. Nothing doing, though. We see our flippers on the GT Torch, and we got these two pots here. But nothing there. So now we'll get the Hope Room, I'm guessing. And of course, we do have the pots to start the climb. We can't do much beyond that, but we can get a couple of pots in that first switch room.
That's a lot to check out of logic in that situation. But he is going to go for it. Really, this is such a nasty room to do without any sort of...
Yeah, I mean, he has to be able to get that first switch hit, and, like, he just doesn't have anything. He can't even... Okay, luckily he got onto it, but then...
Yeah,
immediately taking the death there. Like, that is a rough room on 3 hearts, and no, like, at least Case has a hook shot to work with.
Yeah, Case has a little better time here, as Kaizen finds Thieves Town, which is quite the bounty in pots.
It's just an annoying bounty. Is the problem. This this room is probably one of the worst in a Pato Lotto situation to get all the checks in. Like, you got to know where the doors are, how to get to each of these pots, and like you saw it for Kay's side. Like, Case knows the room, but he's kind of back and forth of like, where's the pot?
Yeah, how do you get up there? How do I walk over? Where's the one I got a bomb to get across to? It's right here.
Yeah, like there's one he missed on that side, on the left side of this pot configuration. He knows he has to bomb this wall here, but it is a terror of a layout.
And the unfortunate thing is that this is not like a Triforce hunt. We don't know what the goal is yet. No one's come close to the pyramid. So if this was a setting with a more variant goal, you'd be more likely to just I'll come back and get that later. What could possibly be there?
Kays, you need to go through that bomb hole. There you go. Cool. Meanwhile, Homewrecker is into some of a very Ascension cave, and this isn't a bad thing. The question is like how long he wants to stay on, falling out of logic. That sword's really nice if he continues his way over to the pyramid.
Yeah, so we'll see. He looks like he's coming back around. He could head over to the pyramid and take a look at that goal. As Kaysen finds the map of this dungeon and we get a text box for it.
Yeah, and Homewrecker ends up over in Village of Outcasts now, so not a huge gain in terms of the route. Like, he's gonna be doing a lot of exploring in
I wouldn't be doing any of this exploring. I'd be going right back over to the pod eastern area and go and find out that goal, because you have a starting area over here.
I mean, I'd be looking at CAC. Like, let's finish this up. I don't think you're wrong either. Like, we need to know that goal. And ASAP.
Sanctuary is at the well, so getting back to CAC Rico is literally free.
Yeah.
Also, Kaysen needs to be using his hookshot a lot more than he is.
He's trying to think a lot about what he's doing right now, and I don't blame him. Like, this is not his setting.
Very fair, very fair.
Gaze, I'm pretty sure you left pots in here because... Oh, wait, you do have your Thieves' Bag already. Okay.
Yeah, that was in the first
You do
room.
have some pots. Like we said, this is just a devil of a dungeon. It's terrible to have to deal with all these pots in their weird positions.
Yeah, parts of this room that you just don't see in normal rando. You got to go all the way around and check everything. Homewrecker finding Castle Tower. I believe that was at Lumberjack Hut.
And it's a really nice dungeon. Unfortunately, we're going to need at least 3 keys to really do much with this. Gaze, walk in that boss door. Tell us if this is boss shuffled. Gaze-den, you have no small keys either. Like,
yeah, it seems like a missed opportunity there, as the Castle Tower climb is going to give you the well, which is a few more items than normal because of Hot Shuffle. We find Blind Hut at the top of Lost Woods.
Very prosperous location there.
Yeah, if you don't play Mystery a lot, unfortunately, Homewrecker doesn't have bombs here, so he's going to leave not just 1 check here, but 7 of them. But if you don't play Mystery a lot, you just aren't thinking about the stuff that Mystery can throw at you, and just checking things that you would not normally check.
We'll say Home expressing his displeasure there at no bombs. Gonna see if he can find one, but nothing doing there so far in in the Lost Woods. All the enemies not dropping bombs. Don't appear that they're part of the bomb pack either.
Does find a little bit of literacy.
And Kaze is like, I could save and quit, or I could just walk out the door again. And we're going to walk out the door again.
At least he didn't mirror.
That would be funny.
Homewrecker not checking pedestal. And has
Yeah,
not
I mean,
checked
he's
the
got a gold
pyramid.
check available with the pyramid, so I guess, you know, going for that would be probably not great use of his time. That's our old man start. Interesting. We're going to check this pot, and it's a bomb.
Given where this is, I wouldn't have hated Kazin following that connector.
Hey, we've got convergence here in desert.
We've got incredibly similar routes as both runners making their way through the front of Dara.
Ooh, and that glove is really nice for each of them in different ways, I have to say. Kaze can head up towards like the Death Mountain Ascent area and get some of those checks that Home missed, while Home can head towards like the South Light World and get all those checks that Kaze missed.
Yeah, there are lift rocks both our runners have left behind in different locations.
Yeah, the MMMM is really just a meme.
So Kazin picked up a small key to Hyrule Castle that Homewrecker did not have heading into this area, and Kazin is going to keep a hold of that for now.
Yeah, I wouldn't know where to spend it to feel good about it, because like if you can work through the back, you're kind of fine. Regardless, it's really just a pain in the butt. But like, it has a lot of value in all those dark rooms. I just don't want to have to navigate those dark rooms.
Yeah, it's very messy right now with what we got.
I was gonna say, Kaze, you gonna explore that? Gonna hold off on it for now.
Yeah, we've seen two very different approaches with these runners, given the starting loadout and the settings. Kazin has been very much into sticking into overworld areas, and Homewrecker has been much more willing to take these connectors and see where they go.
Yeah, even that, like, I would have probably checked to see what the deal was with that one. See if that was maybe Old Man Rescue. Not that it helps a ton with this Old Man Start location.
Hookshot K for Homewrecker, unfortunately, does not have that hookshot that was pretty early accessed by Kazin. Was that in, that was in Desert Front, I believe?
Yeah. You are remembering correctly. Well, I'm taking his time to express his displeasure at things in the seed. I will say, like, I think for both of these teams at this point, I think relegation is probably not so much an issue. To be honest, like, Longshots have still some concern as being up 6 points on the 3% of the time, but still in good shape, to be honest, for staying here in Invitational League. There's our Moon Pearl.
Yeah, it's a big find for Homewrecker.
And we find that shop sanity is off. Kaze, I'm surprised you didn't buy the bomb upgrade. You don't have a ton of money, but it might be worth it.
Yeah, with the, I mean, once you know shop sanity's off, you can usually find, if you find a shop, you can get bombs cheaply. I can see merits both for getting the bomb upgrade and not there, but I don't think it's the end of the world.
No, like hopefully we'll find some bombs, but both runners have just been really kind of hurt by the lack of bombs right now.
Homewrecker is experiencing a large amount of psychic damage, leaving the back of Blind's hut. Homewrecker choosing not to be a winner today. Let's see where it drops him out at. Okay. Well, at least this is a quick way to get back to the top of Lost Woods for Homewrecker. He will get those 7 items in the back, but winners don't do Spiral.
I feel like I've heard that name somewhere else. But not part of the league. Weird.
Now, winners don't do Spiral is definitely a 2-man operation as Kazin picks up that Moon Pearl. Yeah, I can't Gil. Don't worry about it. And the top of Blind's hut, very bad.
But it's done. And I think Home actually got some extra bombs there, it looks like.
Yeah, there was a 3-pack up there, which is the best thing that was in that area.
I mean, you entered with 1 bomb and you came out with 3. I think that's a pretty good trade.
Absolutely.
Or came out with 4. Yeah, great trade. You know, we've been talking about the fact that, you know, this is the Lake Hylia division. We didn't say is, James, you also have some stakes in this one.
We do. There's, we're in the sort of, Kaysen's going to find Hookshot Cave. We'll see what Homewrecker left behind here. We're in the middle of that large group looking at 2 playoff spots. I would say in this group that What the Specs is pretty close to locked up for a playoff spot. And then you've got the Good, the Beer, and the Agent. And then 4 teams kind of battling for 2 playoff spots. You guys, JKLOL. Us. You got Uncle Routers and Imagine Reading standings. Don't forget to track us, also in that group.
Yeah, it is. I'll say, like, even Good Beer and the Agent, like, it is. I want to say it's 5 teams for 3 spots right now. I don't think any of the teams really have a clear standing on taking those 3 spots yet, and it's kind of like a who's gonna just jump out and take it at this point, and not really that easy to guess.
Well, the bad news is for us in Beatable Thieves Town is week 7. We've got What the Specs that they've gotten all these wins and they still get to crush us. So, it's going to be a big week for us to see what we're going to look like going into that last week.
Yeah, I mean, as we get through this, like, I'll say for JKLOL, in terms of that playoff discussion, we had probably the proverbial favorites of the division during our first 3 weeks of the season.
Yeah, we've kind of had that in the back end. Was we had Good Beer in the Agent last week in co-op cross keys, and then we get What the Specs in co-op Randomizer.
Yeah, we started with Don't Forget to Track Us, followed by Good Beer and the Agent, and then What the Specs and Pilot Spoiler. So, not that this division has been any much easier the rest of the way. This Lost Woods division has been quite competitive, as seen by the fact that 6 teams are really duking it out right now for 4 spots, or 5 teams for 3 spots, because as you said, really What the Specs is just dominating this division. To absolutely nobody's surprise.
Yeah, they're I'm sure a lot of teams look at them as the favorites to potentially win the whole thing.
Yeah, they're definitely in that discussion.
I think use Bo as well.
Yeah. I've got a few others that I usually consider. We'll see if they kind of perform to that level. It's going to be a tough road. I usually put like potato pouch, spoilers in those discussions as well. So
yeah, for sure. What the specs? We're kind of going over other people's footsteps, although Homewrecker is going to start out in Skull Woods now, finally.
yeah, Home's our first one into the Dark World legitimately for this seed, and there's a like Skull is one of those dungeons that has tons.
Yeah, ton of checks. You can see it on the screen right there, 91. I think it's the second most of any dungeon.
Yeah, the hard part here is
GT.
just going to be the hard part's just going to be being able to access them because Home does not have any keys right now.
Yeah, it makes it rough. You've got X Room, which is 10 checks on its own, or 12 checks on its own.
And hey, Case is actually going to read the pedestal, giving the chat what they want, James.
I mean, chat does love a pedestal check.
They do.
Just a little piece of love, so we can forget that one. So it's
yeah,
a gaming goal of some sort.
I will say, for setting up this bomb jump on Home side, doing a good job of it. There's other ways you can set this up a little easier. Like he could have used the rail lower and to get that set up. It's fine. Not a problem, just there are a little easier. I will also point out, Home has not found any of this health that Kazan has been just blessed with finding.
Yeah, the 6 heart to 3 heart difference here is kind of being brutal here. Also brutal is the fact that Homewrecker still does not have this hook shot that Kazan has. So he's having to do all of these silly bomb jumps.
Oh, that was a 4 bomb. Okay.
Oh yeah, the 3 bombs
The 3
are in,
packs, yeah.
Yeah, the 3 packs,
Packs
are
get
in
converted.
an enemy or a pot, they go to 4 pack, just so that there isn't a fan
Always love that
grabbing
change.
them.
Hey, there's that first bottle for Kazan as well. So both runners remembering that those pots do exist and are picking them up.
Oh
Home
no!
getting wall
Oh,
mastered.
Homewrecker! No, no. Kazan does have a small key here for Castle Tower, but no fire source.
I
would
can't
be
imagine trying to go
surprised.
for that.
I will be highly surprised if Kazan makes his way into Dark Maze.
I mean, you could get that chest, but like, I'm not going for those pots. That pot maze in CT is like just evil. And Kaze is going into the dark. Kaze, I'm hoping this is just like I'm checking just the chest and not trying to find pots in the dark.
I can't wait for your next team meeting. Invite me in, please.
I mean, only if he tries to find pots in this room. Good. Okay. Kazan's not crazy. Like,
All right.
but I probably wouldn't even have tried. Yo, those are the boots though for Homewrecker. That's a great find. He's gonna be stuck here, but the boots are really gonna get him moving for the rest of this race.
And I don't even hate being stuck here. He's found 2 quick connectors to 2 different parts of the Dark World that just getting those boots is such a nice find.
Another nice find there for Kazan. Graveyard Ledge, always one of those more profitable locations that we don't think about, but nothing in here. Like, I think we picked up a few bombs, but we didn't really get anything.
The other thing Homewrecker's found is a very decent amount of money. Almost to 500 now. But still no hookshot for Homewrecker. Not sure if he's found any of the desert entrances yet. He just chose not to
I think
take them.
Hazen forgot that he went through Spiral and saw this exit. He's like, I'm not mismarking stuff tonight. But this looks like we might get a look at our pyramid soon to know what this goal is, what kind of Ganon content we're dealing with. But
Yeah.
Home's going to get those flippers. And Home is going to give us the rest of these pots that we kind of missed out on earlier. Hopefully, I will say a little spooky.
Yeah, the enemies are just not cooperating for Homewrecker, and he's not the. Is there
He's not
pot in Mimics
not in the first. No.
Oh, okay, then no.
Mimics
Yeah, we're
2
not.
has 2 pots. Like, so there were 2 checks available. Home just saying, not going to worry about it for now.
Yeah, that's definitely where I would be there. We are going to spend 100 of these rupees and find Kiki the monkey a new home. Or his
Well,
old
Case
home.
is going to
Might
turn
just-
in his mushroom. Remembering he can hook across here for a little bit of a speed up.
No light rolled kern jump.
Got the bombable hut there on Home side. But wow, another dry 8 pots at the Palace of Darkness entrance. And Home is probably doing something I can't imagine he enjoys much when he plays entrance. Like, this is one of those cardinal, like, I hate doing this, and he's doing it. He is running out of pod, and I don't disagree. It just is a feels bad for everybody.
Yeah, it feels especially bad because Homewrecker's already found the top of Hyrule Castle. So this is literally just getting the pyramid and the goal.
But there is a Desert Palace for Homewrecker, so he will get that hook shot momentarily. And he said no to the shield.
Coward.
No, I know, right? Didn't you know shields make you quicker?
They do put Swamp in logic, at least.
Yeah, exactly.
Kason trying to bomb jump to cheat a connector a little bit, but no dice. Gonna walk on out the drop side.
We'll see if this gets him into Dark World to start doing some Dark World looping. Home also remembering that there is a hint tile there and gets his hints information that there are no hints.
Yeah, it's the first time he's been in a place where he could read a hint, so...
Gaze, I think you have to be right up against that building. Yeah. But, you know, we talked about those areas that we haven't seen yet. Case is going to go back out Hyrule Castle right here, which was the Laser Bridge exit. He wants Death Mountain right now. That is his kind of like, I know this is profitable. This is a lot of entrances. I'm going to start working at the mountain.
Yeah, makes a ton of sense here. Isn't quite the bounty that Homewrecker's found getting into the Dark World, but Homewrecker really hasn't found anything over there other than the boots at Skullwoods. Which isn't nothing, but...
No, and we did see a swing of the check count, like Home finally finding a dungeon that he could do more substantial damage in has given him a lot of checks.
Yeah.
Like he was down like 30 or 40 checks, but you can see the swinginess of the check count just by being able to, you know, just find a dungeon that has a lot.
Yeah, the nice thing for Homewrecker is it's very close to a starting spot. He can check those connectors later. We got more important things to do right now. We got an old man to talk to under a bridge, and then we got a gold.
Kay's, there's a pot in there. Ooh, Kay's not remembering that there's a pot in that room.
What could one pot cost, Michael? 10 rupees?
Kay's remembered. But hopefully we're going to get that goal info shortly. What do we need to kill Ganon here? Do we need to climb GT? Do we need to just kill Ganon as we find Misery Mire over on Kay's side?
No fire source, no keys. We're not going to be able to do a lot in here, but we will get a few checks.
There's still a decent-ish number of pots. Nothing on Pyramid Ledge. Here we go. It's slow Ganon. Or, no, it's not slow Ganon.
It's fast Ganon.
It's 5 Crystal Ganon, and so we don't have to beat Aga Tower. Or GT, I mean.
Yeah, you and I were speculating a bit before the race, looking at the data from the seed as to what might be the goal, and having such a fairly low variance number, most of that variance is being taken up by Pottery Shuffle.
Yeah, unfortunately, like, Kay's can't even get the Fishbone in this one.
No.
It's like, there's the key spend you really want to have available. Oh, wait, he can get the Fishbone.
You still need a small to get
the
the
Fishbone.
No?
No. Big key, top left door here in Arena will send you to the right next to the 6 pots on your way to Vidi. And then you can take that up and around to Fishbone.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we'll see that from Kaysen here.
It shows you how much I play key drop, which is not much.
Yeah, this was one of those logical things that a lot of people might not have known as a way to get to this room, to Fishbone.
This makes a lot of sense. Now that I see it in action...
I was going to say, Kaysen is going to miss the magic pot behind that big key door. And instead get Fishbone, so... You know, easy come, easy go on memory.
Well, Fishbone Room is, what, like 10 pots? 11 pots?
Maybe it's not as many as we thought it was.
There's more. There's 6 at the bottom.
Oh yeah, you're right. Great pots here.
Another classic good room here in this seed.
Yep.
We got a lot of really good rooms in this seed. Homewrecker going to play some archery, get up to Zora money. Has those flippers as well.
Yeah, we won't talk about Kaysen's attempt at archery there. Going for some weird jank 99 strats.
No thank you.
Yeah, no. Kays, are you going to be able to... Oh, you're going back through this way.
Yeah, we're going to hook back over and come back across this way. Get back in the main arena without a key.
There are a few extra checks here back in the arena. It's a little long of a way to get back to it, but he is correct.
Oh, he hasn't done map chest yet either, so...
Yeah, that switch hit also gives him access to this chest.
map chest down to big chest, come back over, and then head back to the arena for bridge. Or for main arena. Living room chest or something.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
That's a hammer.
Yeah,
Sick Kid has got a violent streak and a bottle in his house too, in case you missed one.
And here's the hard part: is that is locked behind those flippers and boots. So we got the bottle portion easily, but getting your
Kasten does have a pearl. Kasten does have a pearl.
Yeah, but I don't expect him to set up a fake flipper.
Yeah, there is a way too much to do. I could see it if there is a connector that drops him out in Dark Shopping Mall. I could see it happening there, but that's about the only scenario. But for the low price of 500 rupees, you too can have a recovery heart.
Thought maybe we'd see a death warp from Kaze instead, but getting that heart maybe just made him decide not to. Hey, there's that other side of that connector.
Well, nevertheless.
He's been dodging the cabbages. Check's pretty even. I'd say Homewrecker's in a better situation though right now, just equipment-wise, knowledge-wise. That sword, the boots, the hammer, like all that extra little stuff is probably paying out a little more. The medallions are nice for Kazen, but they haven't made a big change. They won't make a big difference until later.
Yeah, the only thing that could be interesting is Bombos blocking a potential Ice Palace play if we don't find a Fire Rod anytime soon. But so far, it's been Homewrecker's aggressiveness with these connectors, finding ways into the Dark World, and then, yeah, finding those boots, finding that second sword, finding the hammer now. There are 4 pots in that room, Kazen. 6 pots even.
Yeah.
We have 2 Turtle Rock entrances right next to each other on Death Mountain.
I will say the interesting thing about this seed is going to be which actual dungeons we will have to beat, because there's a lot we can do without small keys for some dungeons to just beat them, given that the big keys are just in their dungeons.
Yeah, and then there are some dungeons that normally would just be a big key and maybe 1 or 2 smalls, and where we might have to like find Turtle Rock. We might have to dig real deep to find that big key, depending on where it is.
Yeah.
Same thing for Eastern Palace. That big key could be behind a small.
And then we would need both smalls to beat Eastern.
Yep. Yeah, the other dungeons...
I don't know if I really like this play from home, spending his 1 key in TR. Like, this could be really rough.
Yeah, I would be surprised if we had a 6 key locked big key.
Speaking of Eastern.
Some of you will need to avert your eyes as Kasen's going to check out Eastern Palace.
I mean, this is a lot of checks for Kazen, so good use of his time here, I would say.
Definitely. Homewrecker, you have a cape and half magic. Just use them.
No. You gotta save that magic for when it really counts.
3.
What are you thinking, James?
Sorry.
You know, I never would have thought about backdooring these pots without going up first.
No, it's really a smart little bit of play there from Jason. And if you do end up with Pottery Lottery, there are 3 pots there under the awning.
Yeah, we would never see them otherwise. Now, here's the big benefit. Home into Thieves Town and has those boots and can just run these halls.
Yeah, gonna have a much quicker time traversing all the distance he needs to in this dungeon.
And even if like he's not confident in which direction the pots are, he can still just get there a lot faster.
Yeah, exactly.
Kay's been finding a lot of hearts here in Eastern, but not a lot of stuff. Another Skull Small, though, is nice. That's his second, and will open up some routing options to get more pots.
Yeah, in this mode, if you're not go-moding Skull, you're going to want at least 3.
Well, and I would even say more, like, the more the merrier here. There's that room in the center section of Skull that has, what, like 12 pots in it?
Yeah, the X room has 12 pots in it.
So, like, and that requires a key. There is no, like, fancy way into that room without, like, a small key.
No, all the fancy ways into that room involve bomb jumping or hovering or very creative bonks, and still require a key to get in there.
Kays, you got no small key? But he is routing back to the big chest. Good.
Yeah, if you're going to spend the time finding the big key in the dark, you're going to want to go back and get that big chest.
And he does have good info now, at least, that he has the big key, so he knows he's going to need that small. Man is brave.
Did not go and grab that big chest. It's going to come back for it.
Hopefully. Or not.
Alright, goodbye forever.
Bye forever. Hopefully it's not a vanilla bow or a small key to Eastern.
The game would never do that.
I would say I'm going to call a team meeting, but I'm going to be too tired to call a team meeting.
Homewrecker is going to peek into the blind room, find out that it is either not Randomizer or blind is just here.
Yeah, and that's one of those changes that was made to the Randomizer set to say that, if blind is still the boss of thieves, you still have to do the rescue.
Casing gonna go save an old man.
People saying we should have a team brunch. Sure. I like that idea. This commentator now raising money to go out to the West Coast and visit everybody. I was the one person of this scheduling thread who was on the East Coast.
send your money to twitch.tv/Jesse_RS99.
Please don't. I don't need the pressure.
I heard if Jesse makes enough money to make that West Coast brunch happen, he'll do a 24-hour stream. That's
Wow.
not true. That is not true.
Kay's going to finish out his Death Mountain experience with the Dark Death Mountain checks. Meanwhile, Home found his way here as well, so he's going to make these checks as well.
Yeah, this is unfortunate for Kaysen that Homewrecker does have a path up here without kind of following the same things that Kaysen has done. So now Homewrecker's just going to be able to do all this stuff in reverse. Meanwhile, Kaysen has not been pushed into either the VU area to go to Skull Woods and get those boots, or pushed over into the pod area, which has that second sword.
On the plus side, this does get Kaysen on a little bit of a different route here, but since it is just like Hylia, like, you know, at least it's the end of his route then.
Yeah, that is true.
Shovel? Yeah, shovel checked.
Heck of a long way to go for a shovel check when you got some connectors to do, especially in pottery. Doing a single one-off location like this is a much larger investment of your time than it would be in a seed that's just
Especially now that we're
216 or
getting
249.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we are going to get to see 50 Rupee Cave, which was one of those entrances Kaysen had to miss earlier. I don't know if we saw this on home side. We did not, because this is Super Bunny Bottom, so this is a connector for us. Meanwhile, home into Eastern.
Yeah, this might be an opportunity for Kaysen to get over to one of these other areas. This could drop out at, like, Dark Potion Shop, I think is one we have not seen yet.
That would be good for him. I could also see, like, Bumper Ledge would be really nice for on his side.
Oh, Bumper Ledge would be great.
Another TR small, so... That's the thing, like, I will say, for all this stuff that we have found, James, we haven't really found dungeons. Like, we have some idea, but without the small keys, and here we go, Kay's into Dark World. That is his route into VU.
Yeah, this is huge for him. Yeah, we've not found a ton in the way dungeon. We found Pod very early on 0 small keys.
Like, here's the dungeon I really want to see. I want to see Hera.
Yeah, Hera's got a ton of options for our runners having that hook shot. I don't know if we've seen Ice Palace or not yet. Homewrecker may have like poked his head in, but Case can do some damage in there. No hammer yet, obviously, but...
Well, and with it being a key drop, like, we at least have the keys to beat Ice. By the looks of it, it's not going to be a fun Ice Palace. There's that sword for Kaysen. Yeah, Case is going to check the other side of this. Believe it was nothing. Yeah, so he'll just come back right into it and be like, no, we're staying in VU.
Yeah, so he's going to miss out. We'll get this caper. He's going to miss out on the knowledge of GT being at Dark Saha.
Well, he's not even in Dark World, so...
Yeah, no, did not get to the Dark World on that side. Will, depending on his path, should find his hammer around here, if I remember correctly.
No, that was on Sick Kid.
I forget exactly where Sick Kid was at.
Waterfall.
Oh, that's right. Never mind.
The waterfall. Zora Waterfall, so...
That's
he
right.
needs those boots and then the flippers, and then he's going the opposite direction. He is not going to Skull.
Unfortunate.
I don't think this is a bad place to go. Like, it's just not going to be as profitable as going up to the boots. Hopefully, like, that'll be his thought of like, well, wait a minute, there's a lot up there. Well, and here's the thing, is like, Kaze is always of the opinion, like, this is the reason Case does not like entrance. It's like one decision just sinks you completely, and that's his decision this time, is to do this instead of Skull, and this is going to be one of those things that burns him a bit.
Yeah,
just reconfirming why he doesn't like entrance.
It's a bit harder to justify this decision, though, when you know that Skullwoods is going to have some number of checks as Eastern Big Chest just giving us a Kako.
You know, K's not getting burned by that. Okay.
Nope. But it's a little bit harder of a decision to justify when you know that Skullwoods is there, and dungeons are so much more dense in this setting.
Yeah. And that's the thing, is like, I agree with you there, is like, Case could have made that conscious choice and know that that pot density in Skullwoods was his best play in the moment.
Yeah, I don't know how much...
Because there's really no dungeon he gets better than that.
Right. I don't know how much... nice Samaria. Surprised Humwrecker's not gotten to that yet. Yeah, I don't know how much Kazda runs pottery lottery variants if he did any of the avian art tournaments.
He ran a good number of like the true pot hunt type stuff, so
yeah,
he's aware. Just it's not like a lot of those have the entrance variant to them, and thus not his favorite to play.
Yeah, no one is out here running non-entrance pottery shuffle unless they have real illnesses.
Or they get really unlucky with their settings for like an MMMM or a PogChamp. Hooray for Potto Lotto without entrance.
And on that note, welcome in Raiders from Arya Stark's channel. Welcome. You're watching some mystery on Week 6 of the Link to the Past Randomizer League Season 8 in the Lake Highlight Division. We're watching JKLOL's Kaysden take on Homewrecker from the Longshots, and what we've got here is mostly cross keys with Pottery Shuffle, and 5 Crystal Fast Cannon is our win condition.
We do know that the big keys are shuffled inside their own dungeons, so enemy drops are shuffled. But not like a full mobbery situation. So there's quite a bit to of the keys. So yeah, it's practically a full cross keys of sorts. But yeah, maps, I think compasses, and small keys are the shuffle.
Yeah, we've seen wild compasses, we've seen wild maps, and tons of wild small keys. Those big keys are stuck in their own dungeons.
The single arrow.
Yeah, you find that in a chest this weekend, maybe give you the ability to fire your bow, but no.
Yeah, we've seen a few
thank goodness.
Retro bows. Case, you have sword beams.
Just let him cook, man. Let him cook.
Sorry, it's so stressful to commentate my own teammate, and it's like, why, buddy, why?
It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Have yourself a nice glass of routing juice and just let the man do his thing.
It's 10 p.m. for him, though.
It's 10 p.m. for him.
And I know, like, hey, GG, Kaysen found Hotel Mario. That's the end of the race, right?
Can we Can Codeman put talking to the Hotel Mario NPC in as a Ganon blocker?
Right? I mean, that's like that's the joke, is like, hey, Hotel Mario %, ha 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 ha. Why did you pick up a single rupee? I don't get it.
We're here in Hera, though. This is one you wanted to find, and we do have a lot of checks we can do in here, because...
Hayes, you should check the pots, though.
Yeah, you're gonna want that big key before you.
Basement.
You want that big key before you go up there.
Yeah, like there's a good chance that either the tile room or the beetle room has your big key. Like it's probably not vanilla, or it's not like vanilla, but you have so many options that it could have been here.
That is another really good room. 12 pots with
absolutely nothing. And like, why are we not dropping down to the big chest room? Did you realize you have a chance at the big chest, and that's why you're like, I'll just come back up?
I think that's what's going on here. I think that's
I hope that's the realization he's come to. But yeah, I am concerned.
Good clean fight. You know, Homewrecker has found his home. And that is crystal number 1.
Yeah. An hour in and we've got a crystal. Now, Home does have a small key to Mire here.
Yeah, I think that's the case.
In the Beatles. The pots and tile room.
Oh my god. Poor Jesse. Just here, having to watch this. Meanwhile, Homewrecker burns this key. Not for great reasons, but we did what we did.
I would have thought this could be under 2 hours, but 5 crystal fast scanning. I mean, it's across keys more than anything. This could still push 2 plus, I think.
Yeah, the worst part of this for Kaysen is the big key just can't be here. So, goodbye forever, big chest.
Like, I don't even know if he's thinking about those pots in those rooms. Like, he can work backwards through this dungeon. I don't know if there's any pots, though, anywhere here. Like, I don't think there's pots in this room. Hopefully going this way makes him think about it. He's heading back. He'll hit the Beatles room.
Yeah, the Beatles room has 2 pots. That's it. And everything else is down in
the tile room. Yeah. Is he going to realize he has a chance? And no, he opened that door and did not head into tile room. He realized. There's that big key, and he's going to be kicking himself for that one.
You can't. You cannot. No, you cannot come back up here. This is your 3rd time here.
Case, you're not going to be able to eyeball that either. I love you, buddy, but there was no way you were eyeballing that one.
Going up here for just the big chest.
And Home is going to be on his tail here. Like, Home just found his way back to Vu area. Here's his route back in and to do all the south checks to find all the stuff that Case got. Now, he did not find the Super Bunny connector.
But that's fine. Homewrecker has natural access. He's got Glove, Hammer, Pearl.
No, but I'm saying, like, he doesn't have the, what he's missing there now is there's, like, 1 check still in Super Bunny, so he's going to be compelled to go back for it.
Oh, yeah, the pot in the beetle room. Yeah. But there's
Is this case going back for 50 Rupee Cave for another climb up Super Bunny to get back to Vu and head to Skull?
I think that no. He's
No?
one more cave over here. Maybe he's coming back after
He's
that.
done this cave before. He's got some TR small, so he can work some TR magic.
Yeah, he's got
He
some Aria as
spends
well.
one to the left. I think you got to spend one to the left here. And, yep, cool.
Yeah, because you know you're 99% going to be opening that door anyways, no matter what. And there's a lot of pots in this room.
Like, I could see Crystal Roller being a play here and working backwards in TR, but I don't think that would be the move.
No, I like this
route. We'll still go the room up towards Trinex just in case. We obviously can't beat Trinex, but you still want to do the check.
Yeah, Big Key could be there, so.
Or not. And really, the hard part here is also, like, there's a lot of pots we can't get in this dark maze. Hey, there's a shield for home.
Yeah, couldn't dodge that one.
I will say, like, for as much crud as I'm giving Kazed, like, I know how he plays, and I know this is not one of, like, his stronger suits, is, like, some of this side of this mode. Like, I know how different he and I are about playing entrance and pottery. So, like, this is one of those settings I could really enjoy trying to route around and get all the extra checks, where I know he's not big on some of this back and forth going on here.
Too many shenanigans, too much tomfoolery.
Yeah. Like, I know he and I are so different in that regard, so, like, this is gonna be something that can eat him up.
At least he's got really good music to listen to while he's playing this.
Yeah, like, what I'll say is, like, in terms of this matchup, I think if you looked at this matchup beforehand, you'd be like, okay, Kay is probably the more experienced runner, but what you have here is pretty much the ideal settings for Home. Home is definitely more of an entrance player, does a lot of these weirder modes, so this is a setting that is really up Home's alley and completely against Kay's. So, like, you know...
Yeah, and worse, Skullwoods has just had it all. We found a flute in here, too.
Yeah. Like, Case had a really good shot with the fact that he was going to get there with a key, but has just not really been able to hit anything. And, like, Homewrecker's route is starting to pay off massively, and, like, Case is keeping the check game close. But this can only last for so long at this rate.
Yeah, the check count is kind of close here, but also Kaysen has a full Skullwoods to dissect. Once he gets back there, at least.
I will say, like, on the one positive side here is, like, there's not been a ton. Like, it's... The stuff that Home's done hasn't, surprisingly, just isn't paying out. Like, I'm more shocked Home hasn't found more given his item advantage.
Yeah, the one thing that, as we find the dam, I don't think we found Swamp Palace either, and that...
No, we did see it on Cased Inside. I do remember seeing the Swamp Palace.
Oh, well, that dam is locked by boots, so Swamp extra locked by the boots today.
But this should be Kay's going back to Vu, and thus to Skullwoods to get his boots.
Yeah, he still got to get over to the pod area, and that was a different set of connectors.
Yeah. No, and Tyler, I agree with you that those are definitely a big payout. I think more of my thought is just like I would have thought to have seen like either the dungeons just start playing out better for home at this point, or just other stuff. And we just haven't found a lot of that other stuff yet. Like I thought maybe we'd see fire. I will say, K's is still up medallions. And like that Bombos medallion's the biggest one to kind of be like, is that going to be an advantage in the long run for Kazden? Like that's his one thing as home finds Hera. So like, who knows? I completely forget, to be honest, Tyler. My brain is on empty for today. James, do you remember?
I do not remember where Kazan found Bombos and Quake.
Did Home also skip Hera Basement for the big key?
He did, but he's going to just go beat the boss immediately.
It wouldn't be Homewrecker if he didn't skip Hera Basement. I have heard that he does not enjoy that location.
One of his favorites, is actually what I've heard.
Was that what it is? See, I always forget like favorite and least favorite kind of connotations.
It's how he shows love.
Oh, is it? Okay.
It's just like the mirror shield. It's how he shows love.
I mean, what we will say
Tyler's
is
trying to reassure us. Yeah, he knows he's got to do it. He's not going to meme it.
Team meeting if he skips it.
I will not be shocked if Homewrecker just says nah to coming back to that big chest, though. He did the entirety of that floor.
In case you did see the other side of this, so hopefully you just drop back down. Good job. And please go to Skull now. All the goodies are in Skull, Kazden. But we got a check count 408 to 376 with one crystal apiece.
Yeah, that this boots difference. Although Kazan's about to catch us up here in Skullwoods, so really the ticking clock for Kazan is getting over to the pod area, finding GT over there, getting those flippers, because they lock that hammer logically.
And here we go, the Hera tile room check for the one Mr. Homewrecker.
Yeah, Kazan did all of this. Waited for... Oh, Kazan didn't go all the way to last room.
No, he didn't. He can get the real heads up from home. These two pots, like, you kind of think about the fact that the room is technically locked by... Just spend the key case. Or are you going to do middle first, I guess? Yeah, like, you think about the fact that this room is locked by fire for the chest, but really heads up from home, remembering that, wait, I've got two pots that are available right here. If either of them are fire or something, could be huge. But Kazan not burned again.
Home buddy, don't do it. Ah.
I mean, we had one of them climb twice. We had one of them climb 3 times.
We did have one of them climb 3 times. We're gonna...
Yeah, I was about to say, Kays, you know that room's too profitable to skip out on today.
Yeah, you can't pass on up. Here's Ice Palace. Homewrecker does not have that Bombos.
By the way, that we did get a small key to Thieves Town in there. In this pot room here on Skulls. So we need a second one of those to beat Skull Woods. Kays, you have a mirror. There you go. And now Kays just really needs... Well, yeah, we need a second one of those, but yeah, hopefully Kays will spend the key to get into the front of Skull here.
Yeah, I can definitely see holding on to it just so you don't mess up. And leave that extra room out of play. As Homewrecker remembers, there's 4 keys back, or 4 pots back here. There's that Eastern Small.
Nice. So we are just lacking the bow now to beat Eastern Palace. And Kays is going to try to hold that key. We do see Ice and Mire are pendants. Swamp and Thieves are crystals. So unfortunately, even if Bombos does pay out, it's not great. Kays is going to keep 1 key for Skull Woods here.
Yeah, I think this is actually not a terrible play.
No, it works out pretty nicely. He was pretty much done his route, so like he'll feel pretty good about this, being able to hold on to 1 key. He'll only need 1 more to beat out Skull Woods later.
Yep.
I think the big thing is, like, is GT just turning into the answer? Because we're starting to build a collection.
It certainly is for Homewrecker. We've got 7 GT Smalls, which puts a fair amount of the basement in Logic.
Now, we didn't get to hear this on Homewrecker's side, but you heard that flute sound as soon as we picked it up. This mode, pretty much the flute is... Oh, no! Kay's getting brought around and opening that door.
Well, that's not good.
Nope, that's unfortunate. He was being really careful and then still picked up that pot. Or opened that door. That's not a fun feeling.
And he's going to find these boots in here and be like, well, that key's gone forever.
Well, and maybe like the fact that he found the big key makes him go like, oh, maybe I should go check the big chest too.
Except you can't.
And then I can... What? Sure you can.
Not without a save and quit.
How?
Can't get out of this door. That shutter door is locked.
He can mirror.
Oh yeah, he can mirror and drop down. Yeah, that's true.
He could also take the Wallmaster, but like he can still check the big chest now.
Yeah, I think you have to in this case. I think you've just priced yourself into checking that big chest.
Leo, you know I love you, but how dare you?
Oh, we're just gonna get the team meeting right here in chat. I love it.
Yep. We find out our 5/6s are desert and swamp, so there's... We need a lot of desert smalls right now for that. Like, desert's a great dungeon to be able to clear. We know where the back of desert is, but... Now, James, you did mention the fact that Kays needs to find his way over to GT. I will say, because of the fact he did not have to save and quit out of Skull, I think there's a good chance he might do a Kern jump here and get into East Dark World.
Yeah, it's going to line up nicely.
Graveyard Ledge, King's Tomb, Bonk Rocks along this north route, I'd be shocked if he doesn't go for the Kern jump after handling this area.
Yeah, I'd be very surprising to see him not try and Kern jump across. One thing that is going to do, unfortunately, is going to put a Waterfall Cave pretty hard into isolation. We'll see how quickly he rushes it once he gets those flippers.
I think the flippers will really send him there because of the fact that, like, it's a full area he hasn't checked. Like, he hasn't checked Zora or the waterfall. Unfortunately, he can't really get it with Zora, but, like, I think the one concern is he could mirror at Catfish.
Yeah, that could definitely happen, but it's hard to justify Catfish. There's or there's Quake Bombos maybe here in Pod as well. We'll see a fair bit more of it on Homewrecker's side than we did on Kazden's, because Homewrecker has 2 small keys.
Yeah. And yeah, here comes the current jump. Perfect setup on that one. I know Kaze is really effective at that current jump. I've learned a bit better with doing the slash setup, but I know that is very great for timing. Like, depending on how fast your swings are, like 5 or 6 slashes is what you're going for.
Yeah, I just do that one on vibes, and it goes okay for me, but sometimes the vibes are off. If you come to my stream to learn about how to play the video game well, you're going to the wrong place. Interesting pod layout here. We do get an early big key, and Home's instantly going to the back to spend that second key. I don't think this is wrong necessarily, but there's a lot of checks he's leaving out front, and I'd be really curious to see if we could snipe a bow maybe to beat Pod early. I don't hate this. I think that
I don't hate it. I think the funny part is that in Pottery, the front of Pod is better than the back of Pod.
It is.
How many times do we talk about like the mullet mansion or whatever for Pod? And like in this setup, it's just not the case. Pottery really favors front of Pod.
It's the Chelsea haircut instead of the mullet.
Maybe that is the best way to put it.
Hardy in the front and shaved in the back. Alright, Kazan is going to walk this out, thank goodness.
Yeah, it took a lot for him to get to Dark World, so unfortunately this makes getting the stick kid check a little harder now, and unfortunately no bow means no splash to lead.
I think there's a setup with Samaria, but I don't know if Kazan knows it.
I don't think he's going to do it.
No. Yeah, Samaria's at Stumpy, and I have no idea how Homewrecker has not gotten it yet.
Where was Pot again?
I think Odd is in... Odd might be close to where Stumpy is. I don't remember exactly. We'll find out when Homewrecker leaves. Kazan's gonna find out his goal here pretty soon, too.
Yeah. Funny thing is, we don't have any fire to even try to kill Ganon.
Yeah, there's like there's a tiny bit of panic that sets in when you're an hour 20 in. You read the goal, you haven't read the goal yet, and you know that the length variable was high but not super high.
I said this in chat when we started this race. I don't know how much credence I give to the length variable, because like I've raced a good amount of MMM and never felt like it was a big deal how much the length said on terms of that value.
That's fair. Looks like Homewrecker found another sword in Pod in the back.
Yeah, we saw that on the ledge if you were going to big key chest. But nothing in that pot or those 2 pots in Mimic Room, so Kaze is like not going for it, not a huge deal. Yo, that is some beautiful Mimic clipping from
That
Home.
was real fast.
Yeah. But we'll see if this right side really has something to kind of make up as well on the timing there. And trash, and more trash, and more trash. So unfortunately, nothing there on right side for Home.
Yeah, and this wasn't where the Bombos was at, unless it's here
Although,
in this room.
No, Case couldn't get farther. He had nothing.
That's right, he had no small keys.
There was checks there. That's really unfortunate for Home, is like he played Pod amazingly and then just didn't check the back Mimics room.
Yeah, a couple more checks there.
Yeah. Kaysen has 8 small keys, by the way, for TR, or for GT. There's some really nice rooms here in right side GT, even without fire.
Yeah, you've got the Torches room itself. There's 3 pots in the room left of Torches, and 3 pots that are accessible in the trap room.
Something like that. I'll take your word for it, but yeah, there is a good number of pots. And this is the hard part, like, and this is nothing against what Kaysen's doing here. This is one of the hardest parts about knowing this mode, is when you do this kind of these settings, how often do you go in to these dungeons and go farther in like a pot hunt? Like, even people who have played the mystery mode and like true pot hunt or pots and bones, like, how often are you actually in those rooms to check those things?
Yeah, it's the real sickos out there that can remember like where all of the storytellers are at for that when you get roll potolado without entrance shuffle. Kaysen's gonna not worry about mimic clipping. I agree with that.
And that's one of the hardest parts, is like, I will say, having run like a completionist style true pot hunt or pots and bones, like, knowing every pot location is a big ask, and whew, yeah. Yo, very heads up from Home to be able to route back out of this area.
Without taking the drop, yeah.
Yeah. Like, really smart.
There's Bombos. So that'll be an Ice Palace entrance for Homewrecker. If he so chooses, it is a pendant, and Homewrecker does know that.
I mean, given those GT keys, like, Home's got 7, K's has got 8, like, I'm heading back to GT.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Homewrecker's got the hammer. It's got a ton of checks.
Yeah, like, it's mostly chests.
But Ice Palace is also a ton of checks.
Yeah.
And what are we looking for right now? We are looking for
a bow.
A bow will get us at least 1 crystal. We'll need a pod small if we find a bow to beat pod, but Eastern will be beatable with the bow. Meyer is a pendant. That's too bad. Another Thieves Town small will get us that dungeon.
I mean, we don't think it's boss shuffle based on the fact that Hera and Thieves both are vanilla, but you never know sometimes.
Yeah, there is a tiny chance boss shuffle is still in play, but it is not looking good for Randomizer fans. Jason's gonna find the dam. Has a hook shot, has 3 small keys. That's almost enough to beat Swamp.
Yeah, still short by 1. Hopefully he heads for Waterfall soon. I will say, Swamp is a very interesting dungeon in this mode. There's actually value to the 6 keys now. And it's ugly.
Yeah.
You know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah, there's 2 pots on the wall behind Specky DLC.
Yep.
Samaria finally for Homewrecker.
And Kaysen's headed for Swamp. He's just going to be like, hey, can I spike something out of here?
Yeah, it's right here. It's a high content dungeon.
A lot of pots really quick in this dungeon. There's a lot of rooms that have a pot and or multiple. He could get a 4th Swamp Small out of this dungeon.
Weirder things would happen. We could get some mitts out of here. We could get a sword.
James, you just so casually said the meme items for Swamp Palace. I gotta give you credit for that.
I mean, lamp's probably in here.
Who needs a lamp? Actually, we need fire. So.
We both our runners would like a lamp desperately.
I mean, given the fact that Kazan just got a CT small, and I think that's 2, like CT smalls are really like telling you like if I only had fire.
It's actually 3. It's
oh, is that 3? Okay.
Yeah.
That's Circle of Pots. That's like everything inside of CT except for actually being able to beat Aga, and the beating of Aga is the well. I will say K's down about 20 checks at this point, but it's not a large margin. Like, this is a close one now.
Yeah, Kasten will need to get that hammer.
Yeah, that's
more likely than not. And that hammer is very, very isolated for Kasten at this point.
Here's the thing, I think it's less isolated than we're giving it credit because of the flute. Hey, there's the big key.
Another free check before Kasten will head to the back.
Now here's the play. Home into GT and is gonna head for the back. Or for the left side, and this is the profit. Like, here's all the things. Lots of checks here. You look at that number for GT, 120 checks. And a lot of it's on the climb, but there's still plenty here in the basement.
There's that pod small that Homewrecker needs. One of 4. I'll give him his 3rd. But if he finds the bow, that's a dungeon to complete.
I will say, if Home gets an additional Swamp Small here, that's the bigger deal, I'd say, right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure where Kasten got his 3rd at, but that would be 3 for Homewrecker.
Oh, I was thinking of Swamp 4, sorry.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Uncle is behind
The pyramid? Yeah.
the pyramid, yeah.
That looked like it was practically a vanilla waterfall room. I don't know all the pots in that room, but given the junk there, that felt very vanilla.
I think it's 2 hearts, 2 bombs, 2 5 arrow. It's, yeah, this is all garbage.
Wow. Now, Swamp 6 could still be here for K's.
Yeah. It is. It is.
I'm sorry.
Swamp 6 is right here, so we'll get a dungeon there.
I'm a terrible human being.
Looks like Homewrecker found the ice rod, but not much else here on the left side of the GT base.
Yeah, and I mean, we're still unable to beat... Like, we still haven't found that TR big key yet. Very curious where that's going to show up.
Yeah, we don't have a ton left that we can do there. There's the lobby has several pots.
I mean, the scary one is the Dark Maze has a bunch of pots, and we can't see. Like, that could just be our
I feel like
TR big in the
I
dark.
feel like someone's finding a lamp here pretty soon.
I would hope. Like, I'm shocked. Like, the lamp or the ice rod's good, but like, seriously, where is our progression? Where is our fire? Like, James, are you right? This is just an Ice Palace seed?
It could be Ice Palisade. It could be those Samaria lock checks in the right side of GT basement that Kaysden passed up on.
Yeah, those pots are still available. Unfortunately, no great weapon here for Homewrecker on these Ice Armos. Temper's at least a decent play, but like it's not amazing. Kaysden, I think, has forgotten he has a flute. But he's got 2 crystals.
He does have a second crystal. Swamp Palace was crystal number 2 for him.
And this might be the waterfall now for Kays.
Yeah, it looks like this is going to be a dash
Or Ice
over.
Rock Cave. And if this is Ice Rock Cave, it's like, Kaysden, you have a flute.
Yeah, Kaysden does have a flute.
But behind Ice Armos, nothing. Wow, for as many checks, like, that's a good number of checks and nothing for Homewrecker. Like, I'm really surprised.
Kaysden finds Mimic Cave and does not continue on to Waterfall.
Nope.
Well, Homewrecker gonna hide behind a cape, wait for this tile room to clear out. I'd like to give our shout out to our trackers, Kaysden and Homewrecker.
If he had forgotten that it was... Oh,
Oh, that's a
that's interesting.
easy to get to. It's nice to find.
Yeah, like, Kaysden heard the flute activation sound. If he thought about it, he would have, like... I don't think there'd be any question in his head that it's active. Realistically, like, I know Kaysden, and this is just more of a... not Kaysden's element, and he's having a tough time thinking about it all going on at the same time with the entrance. Like, this is just not... This is not the mode he wanted, by far, and
No.
it is playing tricks on him.
So far, behind Samaria is nothing for Homewrecker. It's already did the climb checks, so GT is not going to be the payoff, it looks like.
There is that trap room down to the left here.
Yeah, we do have 3 more checks. That ain't it.
Wow.
And Homewrecker's going to walk out. Ice Palace is right here.
Kaysden having to think here. He's like, where do I want to go? He's going to drop down. I wonder if part of his thought was like, do I want to check GT entrance?
Oh, Homewrecker fired that bomb us off too early.
He'll be fine for magic. Although the question is, will we find magic?
At least a little bit from our Baris. Yeah, it doesn't matter which side of this you do right away, because I think there's one more entrance over here that Kaysden needs to check, which is the Myth's locked one. I don't think we've seen yet.
No, we saw it because we dropped down from the laser bridge ledge.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So,
But yeah,
getting back to
forgotten.
their check GT entrance is pretty quick. But yeah, Kaysden is doesn't have that on his mind right now.
No, and he's definitely not thought about his flute. He's got it and just hasn't used it. So, Man Under the Bridge coming up for Kays, and then hopefully he's thinking Waterfall. Like, it's an isolated check for him. He needs to get there.
I really don't know what Kaysden has left on his board other than Ice Palace without Hammer.
Yeah, like Case could just go to Ice Palace instead, but
Yeah, that's where he's heading.
he is. Like, there is a world we don't need Hammer to finish the seed. It's not the best, but there is a world.
Yeah. Pod and Ice are the only two dungeons that hard require Hammer to defeat them. We know Ice is a pendant.
Now, where this gets a little dicey is that it looks like TR probably is a crystal, and we know that that ice rod is hammer locked.
That is true.
And here's the bigger problem. Case can't get the pots in Atrium coming up.
Nope.
I mean, there's a lot that is hammer locked here in this dungeon, so... But another room of nothing. Like, Kazan is writing this line, and I'm just like, eventually it's going to burn him very, very hard, and it just hasn't. Surprisingly.
Nice job here by Homewrecker, remembering how to get back to the pots in Ice Palace Bomb Jump Room, plus this pot here.
Yeah, real heads up. I will say we still have not found that big key. There's the lamp.
There's the lamp, of course. Firelock Fire. We didn't get any memes in Swamp. We did get a little Firelock Fire. Just fall in the pit, dude.
There's our Ice Palace big key.
Nice job going through this room as well for Homewrecker. Another Swamp Small. So that's Kasten's 5th. That'll be Homewrecker's 3rd, with a 4th in the dungeon.
Yeah, but is he going to gamble Swamp on 3 is the question. That's a tough ask at times.
Well, I mean, if he finds Fire Rod here, I don't see why not. He's going to have Desert. He'll 5 Skull whenever he finds the back of Skull. I don't think we've seen the back of Skull yet.
We have not seen back of Skull. No, we haven't. You're right. We don't have any keys for either of those dungeons to beat them right now.
Yeah. So, like,
oh, wait.
Swamp House is a ton of
mind. Home has all the Skull keys. He's
no,
fine.
he has 3. This Skull Home's Tracker is not set up for.
Oh, with Home's Tracker is not suited. Okay.
So he's got at least 3, which is enough, I think.
Yeah. I just don't know which ones he spent. Did he spend? He spent at least 1 key.
I think he spent 2 in his first trip, so he would need 1 more to actually beat the dungeon. Kazan spent 2 as well, unfortunately. Yeah, so he does have 3. I think he needs to find 1 more Skull Small.
All the swords for Home.
I don't know if... Yeah, Case can't get there, I don't think.
No. That sword was hammer locked.
It's not hammer locked, but I don't think.
What? That's fourth sword?
Oh, it was behind the pegs. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is hammer locked. So he's not going to find that one. He doesn't have a key.
Oh
here.
no, Case can't even get the lamp because of his key spending.
Yep. Yeah, he had to spend. He spent another key in a way that Homewrecker did, and it's going to end up costing him
Yep.
the lamp. So that is. That is.
But that is the green pendant acquisition for Homewrecker. 4 out of the 6 small keys. I think that's not logical kill still. I don't know for sure, but like
For ice, I think it's 5. It's 5 with Samaria.
okay.
Yeah. Kazin could get that lamp. He'd have to go back in Icebreaker again. Do the same thing Homewrecker did essentially. Is
Free
loop
GT.
around. Loop around. Is GT just open? Just sitting
Yeah.
out there? Homewrecker with this lamp now is going to be able to get the pots here in the dark room. Who remembers this pot?
Homewrecker.
Tyler coached him up. Yeah, no one plays that mode, Tyler. I'm sorry.
Oh, there's Hype Cave. Do we see this on home side?
I don't remember if we did or not.
That ice small key is just like insult to injury for Kaysden.
Kaysen is not a Slashes of Joy player, apparently, because I would be slashing like the wind at that one.
I was gonna say I thought there were pots to the right here, and I didn't think Kaysden did these two.
He did not, and there
But
are.
not. Nothing.
Did you play any of the festive mode?
I did not play our festive recently, unfortunately. Didn't have a lot of time.
I learned so much about Misery Mire playing the festive mode and finding out what all of the rooms in that dungeon are. Yeah, festive was a good time. If you do find yourself having some time, it's gonna be up forever, or at least until Cody gets sick of us all and kills the website. Please, Cody, don't get sick of us all. Please. Eastern Palace Small, that's the first one for Kaysden. Homewrecker going to hop in Swamp Palace here, and we're definitely going to try. We're going to go to Phelps' room, and he'll see that that fourth key and just beat the dungeon. Not going to find anything else.
As long as he doesn't spend anything weird, I think we're okay here.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to learn anything new in this dungeon.
Okay, so Kay's is heading towards the Dark Shopping Mall. He needs to hit Waterfall. There's just...
I think he's just running out of
that
things.
hammer.
He's going to have to hit Waterfall and then play catch up in terms of the things that Homewrecker's already done with that hammer. That lamp puts a bunch of checks in Castle Tower and Logic for Homewrecker as well.
Yeah, I mean, that gives him Circle of Pots, which is... Like, there's no guarantee there's something actually in there, but that is a very nice room. And Kay's has found the front of TR here. another ice small. So when he gets his hammer, like, he can finish out ice and get everything, I think. Like, that's ice 4 and 5 for him now. If there's an avenue for K's right now, it is just having the keys to do this stuff now on these later trips.
Yeah, one more swamp small. He's got
A
4.
skull
One
small,
more.
that's good.
Skull small is good. Another swamp small will give him access to those 2 pots in the front.
I don't think he'd play for that. I think he'd instead play for left side, to be honest. Like, there's our density.
I don't know if I like using that key.
We don't need to use another, so he's fine.
Oh, that's right. We already have access to the bridge, and we've already opened up the door
Yeah.
before. Okay, that's fine then. Did Casey remember these 2 pots in Swamp when he was out?
Yes.
Okay.
A Hyrule Castle small key. Oh,
I never want to see those.
no. I'm
That's
pretty sure there's
2
nothing
that
up
puts.
here. Oh, is there a pot behind this tile room?
There is 1 pot behind this tile room, I think.
And if there is, we're not going to see it.
Very fair.
Okay, so yeah, Home did not have that Samaria when he was here at the front of TR earlier.
Not a lot. Just a couple small keys.
And unfortunately, this hammer is just leading, like, K's down a road where he doesn't have the checks. Like, Home's starting to pull away on checks, and he's going to tie up the crystal count. And he's up the 2 swords. Now, luckily, K's is heading for Waterfall Fairy. Unfortunately, like, this isn't necessarily the fastest way to get there. But, K's, you're on a flute. Do you know you have it now? I'm sorry, I am not a good teammate sometimes. But, there we go. Hammer for Kazden. And we are fluting. Where are we off to, K's? Somewhere, but not there. Right snitch? Oh, Hyrule Castle and 2 keys. Nice.
2 keys doesn't actually put anything new in logic, though, does it?
2
'Cause
keys
you can
does
spend-
give us the first arena room, or the arena rooms. All the way up to Boom Chest.
I don't think so, because you can
Oh,
choose
wait,
to
could you
spend
spend
1
both
key
in the
on this
back?
side
Yeah.
and 1 key on the other side, and then just be
Yeah,
stuck.
you're right. I guess it doesn't give us anything. Interesting. Hmm. But, I mean, this is a profitable play for him, and he doesn't want to just rush back to ice, unfortunately. Another pot small.
Yeah, that's one we're gonna need.
And, like, we have the Hyrule Castle big, so getting Zelda Cell and the Ball and Chain and the 3 cell chests, like, this isn't a bad overall move. I don't think... Have we not been to Meyer area?
I thought Kasten found a connector here, but I could be wrong.
I could be misremembering myself as well, so... That's a small key, though, to Thieves Town. K's can beat Thieves now.
Yep, that is a, say it with me, beautiful Thieves Town.
Haha! James with the shameless self-plug there for some team that's also in the Lake Hylia division.
Listen, if you wanted me to do some shameless self-plugs, you could ask me about the async site where you can race some races later.
James, if I want to get better at Link to the Past Randomizer, but I don't want to race live, what would you suggest I do?
You should do some asyncs from ALTTPR
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Wow, it's incredible. The most ugliest website on the internet, but
yo, I love your website, dude. I've run so much off of that website, and thank you to all the people who ping for races that I can steal later.
Casey making a beeline to Thieves Town to finish this dungeon up, leaving one check. If Gamma's still here, avert your eyes. Homewrecker found TR Ledge Connector. Let's get a couple more entrance checks here. We still have not found Back of Skull Woods.
I mean, we're leaving only one check here behind, and that's that big chest. I'm not too concerned here.
Nothing has ever been in the Thieves Town big chest. That is a true statement.
There's the bow.
Bow in Hyrule Castle. This is
Are we in no mode?
Are we in no mode? We cannot beat Skull Woods. We cannot beat Desert.
We can beat Pod and Eastern.
We can beat Pod and Eastern. We can't beat Turtle Rock. I believe we are in no mode. Yes.
Like we don't know. I think our Pod and
oh yeah, we can beat Skull Woods
Eastern?
depending where it's at, unless it's vanilla.
No, I'm just thinking I don't even care about those. I'm thinking Pod Eastern. Thieves is a crystal. Like, that's 5 crystals.
Do we know if Eastern is a crystal yet?
I guess we don't.
We also don't know if Pod's a crystal. That's the thing, is we don't know what our pendants are.
Yeah.
We can beat enough dungeons that it doesn't matter. I think. We might need to Skull Small.
I think we have enough, at least on K's side.
CT4, very cool.
Ew. And that's in Logic. I believe the liftable rock here on left side is the last check we can get beside blind, and K's is not forgetting it.
Yep, I'll get these 2 checks here, or this 1 check here. And then, yeah, we're going to leave Thieves Town Big Chest and get crystal number 3 on Case inside.
And this is kind of the dangerous part of this mode, is like, I would say Home has probably played better tonight. Just from my perspective as the commentator, like, I think Home's overall approach has been more effective, but K's is not falling out of this race, and even with the 50-ish check differential, K's is not out of this and could still take this race.
Yeah,
I think he's got some problems, but he's got a chance.
Is either going back to icing in that lamp, or a fire rod, or having the gumption to doing that first back of escape room in the dark, which isn't great, but it is doable. He's not far away from that bow, and that would be crystal number 4, and Pod is potentially crystal number 5. He's got
and
depends on
really,
where that big key is. I think it was in the front. I think it was on the right side. So
yeah. What Pod?
Yeah.
I think that was bridge chest. It was only like 1 key locked.
Yeah. Yeah, Kaysen does need fire for Ganon, so he does need to get back and get that lamp from Ice Palace or a spike of Fire Rod somewhere.
And I think this might be the Ice Palace return play.
If it is, I don't know why he's going to the Dark World. I think Ice Palace is in the light here.
Was it light? Okay.
Yeah, it's a Hylia shop.
Okay. Oh, this is GT. Never mind.
This is GT. So this is a ton of time that Kaysen is giving back to Homewrecker. There's another Swamp Small. But Homewrecker doesn't need to find this Fire Rod. As far as we know. Back of Swamp could be vanilla. That's one caveat.
Okay, I have not seen this Armos quick kill strat, and you know what? Whatever floats your boat, like, cool. And good kill from Homewrecker.
Very good kill. Also gets another Pod Small. That's 4 for him. He'll be able to go and beat Pod and potentially get his 4th crystal.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's 3 apiece now. Like, the crystals are kind of coming back to back a lot of this race. I would say Home should get a crystal soon, though. Like, I would think this is Pod, isn't it?
I believe so, yes. Yeah, this will be Pod play. We are 2 hours in. I'll give you a little reset. This is Link to the Past, Randomizer League, Season 8, or Week 6 mystery settings. JKLOL's Kaysden on the left, taking on Homewrecker, the Longshots on the right. Nearing the finish here. This is potentially crystal number 4 for Homewrecker. Kaysden is on 3, and we know the goal is 5 crystals to beat Ganon. And Ganon was sitting somewhat reasonable.
It was at Uncle, I believe.
Yeah, that's incredibly reasonable.
Kaysen needs really to get back to Ice Palace for the lamp that is just past the Icebreaker room. Or sorry, not the Icebreaker. It's in the Ice Palace bomb jump room. Unfortunately, he was short a key to do so. On home side, he's really just looking like he's trying to clear dungeons. This is the big question mark dungeon, is if Pod is a crystal, then all Home needs to do is get one more Thief Small, I believe.
Yeah, if this is a crystal, then he'll just need to find that one of those 2 Thief Smalls. I forget where Kaysen found his second. Right now, it's looking like the back of Skull Woods is either Mitz locked,
I think
Big
the
Bomb
second
locked.
Thieves... Actually, it's funny, because I think they did opposite things inside of Hyrule Castle, and I think the Thief Small was Hyrule Castle.
Ah, that's right. Yep.
Yeah.
It was in the front half of the escape, whereas that bow is in the back half.
Yeah, and luckily Case can get that on 0 keys.
Yep.
Because it was like the first dark room.
Yep. Yeah, I believe that Thief Small was behind 2 doors. So Homewrecker will need a second Hyrule Castle Small to get that specific Thief Town Small. There is one more out there somewhere. This is a pendant, so Homewrecker's not going to pick up crystal number 4 here.
Now the real question becomes,
so it's finding Skull Woods,
finding
a Fire Rod, a Thief Town Small for Homewrecker, or 1,000 Desert Smalls. Just
yeah,
the entire keyring, the entire.
I'm shocked at 2 hours we have no Desert Smalls.
There's not enough doormats out there.
Speaking of, our first Desert Small. That's under a doormat, right?
Sorta, yeah. had to go underground to get it. Absolutely.
Yeah. Could this be the return to ice for Case then? Nope.
Yeah, if it was, he was going to mirror there. This is going to be...
Checking a paradox exit. Okay.
I think one of these led up to Floating Island, if I remember correctly.
No, that... Oh, maybe you're right. No, I thought that was Back of Old Man.
Oh, that's right, that's Back of Old Man. This does lead to the ledge, which I don't remember having anything too interesting.
Unfortunately, none of those Death Mountain Descent pots have anything this time. But that is Bumper Ledge.
And the Bumper Ledge is another entrance.
Yeah, and we have not, we've been saying no back of skull to be seen. Is this it? Nope, but that is a pot.
Oh, if the fire out was there, that would have been absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, and would just reinforce Kaizen's hatred of this mode. Like, that would be one of those, why? Oh, Alex, we are winning. Chat is definitely winning tonight.
All right, this has a real good chance of having at least one piece of the puzzle for Home Wrecker. This is not all of those. There's one more Castle Tower small key that
Kaizen does have.
That was in the front of Escape as well, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
But realistically, this is going to be 29 checks for Home. So on that side, like, he's going to get the full CT clear. The question is just, like, is there something? Or, like, what is it? Because I feel like it has to be here.
Here the well. I think all of that... I think that Castle Tower Small was in Logic. I think that was in... Boomerang Guard.
Now with the 3 keys, I think you're right. I will say navigating this room in the dark is terrible. Too many bends back and forth for stuff. I will say I probably would have lit the torches if I was home, just because it's a little easier to work with in this area. To see the pots and try to navigate. Maybe Home knows this room better than I do, though. Because, like... I know he plays a lot of these kinds of things, so...
Yeah, I would be using the torches, but I'm also bad, so... Each of those torches does add a little bit of... actually, not even a little bit, it's actually a reasonable amount of lag.
Yeah.
Lighting and unlighting the room.
Okay, Circle of Pots, do you have anything? So far, nothing. Come on, Circle of Pots. Why are you so mean? Why?
Not grabbing the heart container, grabbing the piece of heart. I love it. Turok Small, that is...
That's it. What? Is this well, and unfortunately Home's going to have to come back? Okay, is this Ice Palace for Kazden now? Yeah, it is. So he'll get his 3rd sword as well as his lamp, as long as he does the clear here.
Did Home Wrecker ever actually turn in that green pendant?
No. I don't think so.
Okay.
I could be wrong. Yeah, I think Will's right. Saha was just inconvenient.
Home Wrecker enjoying the view. Thinking about his
at
choices
this point,
in life.
like, you're about 210 into a cross keys-esque seed, and you're like, I feel like I should be done, and it's not necessarily the case. It just feels bad.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Myers,
what? We
Meyer's
have
got
not seen a lot of Meyer. Yeah.
Meyer's got a lot. And this Homewrecker is home. This is his favorite place in A Link to the Past. Actual not memes edition. This is his favorite place in A Link to the Past.
I will say I'm trying to think how there's still 30 checks in this dungeon, because I don't remember a lot of pots in Meyer. Do you?
Well, there's 4 here.
I mean, I trust that there are that many. It's just more of like a, wow, I didn't realize there were so many pots in this dungeon. Okay, hopefully Kay's back routes here into the lamp.
I also don't think Homewrecker actually did Fishbone. He came in from the bottom with the switch in the wrong position and kind of just gave up on stuff. So that's 10 checks right there that we know are not the answer. Actually, it might have been Casey who skipped it. I think Homewrecker actually did it because he went around.
Oh no, I'm realizing Case is going to be short on keys again. Potentially. Okay, no, he hit the switch,
he'll
I
have enough. Yeah, he hit the switch.
Okay, I'm just like, if he went up through and like something weird. On the plus side, he'll get his 3rd sword here. That's a good feeling. We get a small key to Desert. Okay.
Yeah, Homewrecker skipped this room when he was here. I think he was out of keys.
Unfortunately, I think Home was out of keys. So that Desert small could be pretty big.
No, we already have the Desert thing.
What? Oh my gosh,
James Yogi, dude.
James, it is.
I know it's 2:50 in the morning. And we are old people.
You're at least, aren't you a little bit better suited time zone wise?
Yeah, but I'm a lot older too, man.
I don't know that to be true.
I do have a nice suit. If I ever get back to SpeedGaming Live. Remember, enjoy SpeedGaming Live October something through something else in Herndon, Virginia.
Gaze, you got to go back in. You got to get that lamp. There's just no 2 ways about it.
4 checks left. Oh no! No! Oh no!
Gaze, where do you think you're going with what you have? I think that's the part that gets me, is like, what are you getting besides? Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, like, this seed feels like both runners just make some tactical errors a little bit.
Oh, it's Dark Agnum time. Let's go. All right, no? We're not Dark Agnum.
Like, this is a bad idea. Like, if Kay's found the fire rod, I would say that he's kind of back in this.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I feel like that would give him the confidence to go for the dark.
Absolutely. And he has the 4... He's got that 4th small for Agnum's Tower, so that's another 5, 9... 12 checks in the back, 11 checks in the back of the well.
And it doesn't look like we really got anything out of Meyer.
No.
Unfortunately, home hit the switch again. Like, this is just a seed. Like, the question is, the seed's got to break some point. Home needs to be a little bit careful here.
Speaking of breaking, it's real late and Homewrecker's just walking into eyeballs. Oh,
Fire on top!
Oh no! Fire lock
Oh
fire!
Boy. If Kays can find the back of Skull and get the TR big key off of the front of TR, he's got a way around the end of this seed without the bow.
Oh yeah, just go check the back of Skullwoods right now.
Yeah, like, you need to find Skull.
Oh, he's gonna. Oh no, he's gonna do GT right side.
Okay.
Which doesn't excite me a ton without a bow.
Whole new race here, folks. I don't think this is. I think this is still looking pretty good for home with like the options. But we're still tied 3-3 on the crystal count.
Yeah.
And there are options for both of them to, like, if Kays gets another bow, if, like, whew.
Alright, Homewrecker's gonna pull this piece of heart for the fans.
Thanks, Home.
Oh, it's not even a piece of heart. It is just a recovery heart. Amazing.
And, like, here's the thing. I think we know that the GT big key is over here.
Yep.
And there's still a second bow. Like, there are options here for Kays to really open up. I said options, but, you know, doesn't mean they're there.
Nope.
And Kays, you gotta go through this door to the right. There are more pots to the right here. But there's the big key.
Alright, he remembers.
Yep. I think there was a pot lower still.
Alright, this will be the turn for Homewrecker. So this has just turned back his way.
The question is, like, what do we have left for Skull Woods? Ice Palace entrance, back of Skull Woods, and TR entrance?
And Pyramid Crack, which is Lockpine Desert, which we have only found 2 keys to. Fire Rod for Homewrecker, so that's a Turtle Rock beatable once he finds the big key. We're just down to Fire Rock side and the one
okay, that was
behind top room.
When you got it.
A friend joins the party. Alright, one departure, the rest have departed.
Yeah, even without the bow, like, if he finds the mitts or the other bow here, or the fact that we're missing 2 desert smalls, like, any of those things are right what he needs. Like, and if you get the 2 desert smalls on this climb, which, look at how many checks are left in GT, that's go mode for him if he realizes it.
Yep.
Worthless ether. Until we get the mitts, at least. But there are a lot of pots on this climb, and this is the play.
Yeah, just hope your second bow is up here.
Or that the mitts to help make sure that you find Skull. And here's the thing, Kaze knows that Desert or Eastern is a crystal. So that's a plus.
Yeah.
This is Back for Dark shopping mall. I'll be honest, I think Home's in a better position overall given the bow, but I don't think Kaze is out.
No, and
so I don't know who's really winning this race yet. I don't know what to tell you because there's the mitts.
There's the mitts. That's 2 entrances.
But that is the TR front find for Home, and his ability now to get the TR big is coming up.
Yeah, he's going to be able to get the TR big. It's just a matter of where it's at.
Kaze, did you forget you hadn't killed the 3rd land mollusk? That's a small key too. Is it Desert? It's Eastern. Oh boy.
2.
But this big key for TR should be right here on this right side check.
Yep.
So one of these 3 should be it, and if it's not, I have questions. No. Last one?
It's in that silly
Is it in the
room.
bad pot? On the front here? That Kaze skipped behind the tile room?
It is.
Oh no. Kazen.
It doesn't matter. Kaysen could not beat Charter Rock either way. Didn't have the fire rod then.
No, but I don't know when he goes back for that. Like, that's more my concern, is like Kaze is just not going to check that, because I don't even think he realizes he skipped it.
And yeah, if he finds a bow, he's may not need it, depending where Skull Woods is.
It really is a question of who finds what now.
Because he'll have access to every entrance but the pyramid. Would you like another chicken? Yes.
Yeah, I mean, Kaze does have access to every entrance now, except for Pyramid Crack. That's a small key too. Hyrule Castle. Ooh.
There's a bow. There's a bow. So that's 4.
And Kaze has the mitts to get and possibly find Skull at either Ice or back of Desert behind that Fire Rod or TR entrance. For Home, it's real. There's the TR big. That would have been go for Kazen with that bow. Folks, we have the answers now. We just need one of them to put together the pieces. I think Kaze is in go if he can find Skull.
Yeah, and the only way he wouldn't be able to find Skull is if it's at the pyramid.
Like, here's the issue, is like, Kaze could get a couple of Desert Smalls. That would also be a go mode condition for him.
Yep.
But first up, we're going to have a Trinex kill over on Homewrecker's side, and so that's going to be his 4th crystal, as Kaze is taking up Aga 2 and is going to get the Uncle drop.
Yep, which is the well. Or no, it's not the well.
It's Uncle.
So it's 4 checks. Uncle, chest, 2 pots.
Case? Does he realize he's in Go? Potentially? Is that what his play is? Oh, he's thinking Pod and Eastern might be his crystals. Okay, I see why he's skipping it.
Crystal number 4 for Homewrecker. I'm not sure why you do this dungeon first over the one you know is a crystal.
Yeah, this is giving back time to Kaysden now. Is there a desert small here?
I don't remember.
Like, I'm trying to remember where Home got his that Kaysden doesn't have, because they have different desert smalls right now.
Correct. Unfortunately, Homewrecker is in Thieves Town without a second small key, so this is a bunch of time that Homewrecker is going to put on the table.
And I feel like it's something he can ill afford to give up right now, because like it's just that close. We don't know where Skull is. That's the one we are definitely sure of not knowing. The big question here is just, like, do the myths give it to us, or is it at Pyramid Crack? And we need to be able to beat Desert, and like, it's the only other options are what? Back of Skull and TR?
Correct.
If it's Back of Skull is vanilla, then our guys are in go mode. If it's Ice Palace, Kaze is in go mode. If it's Pyramid, we need Desert small keys, and we're having a fun time. Actually, it's just, can the other one find the keys that the other one has?
Right.
Because Kaze had the ability to beat Thieves, so...
Yeah, Kaysden... All Kaysden needs to do is go find a tile room in Turtle Rock. Like, Kaysden doesn't have to hunt for anything, but does Kaysden remember that that tile room is there?
And I don't think he does, unfortunately. This is going to be GT, though. Those mitts could be enough for Home.
Yeah.
The only problem is
if Homewrecker does
yeah.
If Homewrecker does keep going after mitts and finds those silvers that are bow locked, he's gonna potentially feel real good, a lot better than maybe he should be feeling.
I mean, at this point in the seed, I don't think you feel good at 2.5 hours.
No, no one feels great. No one feels great. Oh yeah, there's a Thieves Town. Is there a Thieves Town small in here? I don't remember.
I don't think there was one.
I don't think we have seen one, no. Gets his big key.
Keys, you don't have the big.
Case didn't do these 2 checks over here.
Yeah.
Case is just like, oh, big key's right here. Oh, jeez. Maybe the big key's at the door. Maybe they just left it in there.
Maybe it's there, yep. Oh no.
Jeez.
And that's going to be a conundrum for him. He's like, what did I miss? And he might be thinking it's the dark maze.
Alright, Homewrecker's going to start his climb.
Is this Eastern Palace for Kaysden, I think?
I believe so.
And if he goes from here to TR entrance, and TR entrance is Skull, like, he's fine? But he's running out of time. Actually, he might take... Wasn't there a connector up to Floating Island? That might be his best way back to TR.
I mean, he's got Mirror, Mitts, Hammer. It's not that long.
It's whichever one he wants to go with, I think, at this point. I forget.
Floating Island's back of Old Man, so you could save him. I'm pretty sure Kaysden's walked out of there, so...
Yeah, he has. He knows it's there. Okay, is you going to play aggressive, or are you going to check the big key chest? We're going to check the big chest.
Enjoy a chicken.
And Case is going for the boss. Okay.
Yeah, Kaysden has to know he's in likely just an entrance mode, or finding this lamp that isn't here, obviously, but... But for sure, the lamp can't be in the big key chest. There's no reason to look.
Yeah. Okay, Homewrecker coming in on G5, and that's where chat believes the mitts were, so...
Yeah, mitts were here, and then...
we'll see how Home plays this after getting the mitts.
And then silvers were, I think, in Mini-Hama.
That's a Swamp Small.
Yeah, Homewrecker's down here. Yeah, Homewrecker's down here.
Yeah, he knows that should give him the go mode he needs.
So Homewrecker should just save and quit.
Probably go to check Ice Palace.
Yeah, check Ice Palace entrance first, and then save and quit, and check Turtle Rock entrance, and then back of Skull Woods has still not been checked, if I remember correctly.
Yep. So this is just who finds Skull first, and Home's ahead for that check. Oh, that's okay. That was a Pod Small. Ice Palace is not Skull though. 1 out of 3 dead.
Nice. Ooh, nice mirror bunk.
Mirror bunk. Yep.
Yeah, Vanilla Skullwood's back would be awful and hilarious. We're gonna check that next.
And unfortunately, Case is in follow mode, so...
Yeah, and Kaysden is down a sword, which doesn't really matter that much.
No.
But
for Moth and for Ganon, it doesn't really
Homewrecker didn't bother going for silvers. Homewrecker, where are we going? Where?
Hammer Pegs. Oh, shoot, we had another.
Hammer Pegs is another choice.
Yeah.
Remember to hit the ground several times, and this is a little divergence, and it is not Hammer Pegs.
Kay's heading immediately for back of Skull. And home wrecker going the other way. So this could decide it.
Yep. This will be... These are our last two chances at Skullwoods not being in the pyramid behind Desert Palace. And we've not found enough small keys for Desert Palace to really make that a possibility.
And Kays is going to get to his check first. Back of Skull Woods is Spike Cave.
Oh, it's even worse. It's even worse.
Now, is this the Back of Skull, or is this is it Pyramid Fairy for Back of Skull? Nothing in Spike Cave.
Not a thing.
TR entrance is what?
No Desert Smalls. This has got to be it, right?
Right.
It's not
Back of Skull. Oh no. We're not in go mode, folks.
Wow. What can you say? Except, who wants to climb a castle tower for Kakariko Well?
Right?
To go get your Desert Smalls.
I mean, the problem is what if one of them was actually behind Agate 2? Here's the thing, Kays is in go mode. And he doesn't know it because he doesn't know that his TR big key is in the tile room. Meanwhile, home wrecker just needs a Thieves Small. Like... Ah... Now, Kays could get into the front of TR here after... Because wasn't front of TR up here?
I think so.
On Death Mountain somewhere? I think Kazan has a blue potion to refill his magic. Oh,
yeah, I believe
shopping mall, thanks.
Yeah, Kaysden definitely bought one.
Oh, there's that GT small, okay.
I did have
just enough magic.
We are, Kazan's got a... Kazan has not done Firelock checks in, Front Rock, has he?
No. He did, actually. No, he did.
He did? So he has just Tile Room left?
Yeah. And that's the thing, if he could recognize that's what he skipped, he'd be in go. But I think he's written it off as like, I don't know what I'm missing.
Yeah.
He's in Turtle Rock, so he's thinking it could be the Dark Maze. So his thought is like, I'm in go, I just need to figure out how.
Yep.
Think you picked up the pot? Yep. Very nicely done, Kays. Keep pulling this thread.
Some slashes of joy. Meanwhile, Homewrecker is going to finish Aghanim's tower. It's going to ignore that last pot and circle of pots because it's definitely not an item he needs. Couldn't be the Desert Small.
Thieves Small Key. I don't think there's a pot back here.
No, it's
but
just,
hopefully this kind of rings a bell of like, hey, there's a pot behind the other one of these weird rooms. Who's gonna find it first, folks? Case is working back to the front. He might know what he's doing.
Yeah, this might be it.
Yeah. Home needs to find a Thief Small now, and I don't know if he's got time.
Depends on how cooperative Aghanim is here. Because Kaysen still has the 2 Firelock checks as well.
No,
Depends
he's done
on
the
what...
Firelock checks.
Oh, yes? Then,
yeah. Just go up here. No, maybe he hasn't done the Firelock checks.
I don't think he's done the Firelock checks yet.
Yeah, you're right, he hasn't. Okay, so he does need to go back for the tile room. But he's got to know, like, there's only, like, a few checks left, and he hasn't skipped any. Case, you don't want to mirror after this. Is Case thinking about it?
Oh.
I think he might have realized that the tile room has a pot.
He should get off that mirror. It's worrying me.
Yeah, me too.
Alright.
Okay, meanwhile, Cackwell incoming. I think Hazdon's ahead.
This is going to be, what, 30 seconds or so for this tile room?
Yeah, but he's going to be able to mirror right back to Laser Bridge. His portal, his...
Yeah, that's true.
So he's right there.
Yeah, and Homewrecker's going to have to go through.
Home needs 2 Desert Smalls here to have a chance, I think. Because I think Thieves is just too long of a dungeon. Because here we go. This is going to be go mode for Kaysden.
Yep.
But that's a small key to ice, not the answer.
0 Desert Smalls.
James, where are our Desert Smalls?
Planet Zeebs. I don't know.
Left side swamp?
Yeah, that left side swamp. Bumble Wall and Swamp.
And yeah, Uncle. Good point from Grey Corvid. We did have the 4 Uncle checks. Ugh. Back into those ice checks for home. Kaysen's got the magic for this fight. He's fine. Just going to take it slow and steady. But that's going to be Crystal 5 for Kaysen coming up here. And he's just got a Ganon fight.
Yep.
And yeah, people, we haven't said it too much, but like, do give our runners a follow. Like, this has been a crazy seed, and we're coming up on 3 hours here. And while we're just talking, playing this game and thinking hard for 3 hours to piece this together is ridiculous.
I would just have my eyes glued to the race room, waiting for the dot done as I come back into Ice Palace for the 8th time. Now this has been quite the brain twister.
Yeah. And I know Kaizen's got to be like, I was ready to forfeit an hour ago.
Yeah.
I know my buddy.
Kaizen. Ganon's not here.
You didn't have to beat Aga for that. Luckily, Ganon is at Uncle, but like, huh? Kaizen, please? Like, that was the first entrance you checked today, buddy.
Yup. He just wants to check in on his uncle. It's fine. It's been almost 3 hours. You doing okay there, buddy? Got enough air?
Gray, the only problem with team meeting is I'm pretty sure 1/3 of the team is in bed. That's 2 Desert Smalls for home. He's going to gamble on one being in the back, and I don't blame him at this point. There's a lot of checks.
Yeah. What if 2 keys were in the back? That's also never happened in the history of key drop. Well, at most it's going to be 1. Nice Burna.
This keeps it interesting.
1. That was almost bad.
This is bad too.
Yeah, I don't think Kaizen has a magic refill in any of his bottles, and also only has Fire Rod as an option.
And the problem is that Kaizen's way off rhythm.
Yep. Does get a double there.
Home's on his tail. If Kaizen does not have enough magic to finish this fight, it is Homewrecker's race. Like, no two ways about this. Kaizen needs to execute the end of this fight, and he just needs to hit these spins.
I don't think he's going to get this one. Oh, he barely does. Right. Oh.
How many spins are left, Kays? He's out of magic. Oh, again, it's dead! Get your GGs in chat for Kaizen getting the 12 spins just enough. Oh my god, nail biter of a race with Home entering phase 3. GGs to Kaizen.
Wow.
First night with a 2:49.18. I forgot how good the Octo is for the Ganon fight.
It's very good. The Latin kicks in.
The Galdera fight is such good music. Like, if you have not played Octo, this is so amazing. But just a few spins left here for home on this marathon of a mystery steed. Where are you, Ganon? There you are. Few spins left. We do have keys in here, but we're just going to let Home finish this out. Get your GGs in chat for Home Wrecker. And hello, Kasten.
Hello.
How are you feeling? Are you okay?
No. My brain is completely fried from that. After
My brain is fried. I just had to talk about it.
Yeah.
The 2 hour, 20-minute mark, like, I was just done. And then I eventually found some stuff. It's like, okay, this might be go mode, and it might not be. And then thinking, hopefully pod is just going to be a crystal. Of course not. It's a pendant. Why can't this ever be easy? So I go into TR thinking I had gotten the big before, and it's like, nope. It's like, great. It's going to be in the dark maze. I don't want to do that. We'll come back later. So yeah, like, it was a mess.
Did you remember that tile room existed, by the way?
I did. I couldn't remember if there was a pot in there or not. But when it got down to I'd done everything else, like, there must be a pot in here. Either that or I missed a pot in the dark maze. Like, I was pretty happy that I think I got all the pots in the dark maze.
I think
Blind,
you did
I've never done that before. I just like, I'm gonna go up on the elevator thing, and I'm just gonna hold down right, and hopefully I'll end up in that corner. And I know there's a pot there. And then I'm gonna go up and hold right, and hopefully I'll get to the middle. Like, it just worked. I'm like, okay, cool.
Well, and what I'll tell you is that your lamp is in Ice Palace Bomb Jump Room, and your other bow is in the dark portion of Hyrule Castle. We saw all that on Homewrecker's side, whereas we saw the climb from your side to find that other bow. And we are joined by Homewrecker. GG.
GG's. Oh, that's
GG.
I wish I'd climbed sooner for that bow, to be quite honest, but I wish I knew more.
This whole seed was a dumpster fire.
Well, yeah.
GG's.
Home found a third desert small, by the way.
Yes.
Well, that means he also found a second desert small.
Yes.
I think the second one was in Dark Hyrule Castle.
That would check out. Like, yeah. I was since I needed fire for so long, I just decided I'm gonna hard avoid all the dark checks. It's like, it doesn't make sense to me to be looking here. Like, I know there could probably be other stuff, but why am I gonna struggle doing this in the dark if I don't have a lamp? And the lamp never showed up, so eventually got the fire rod and figured I think I can get that done.
I don't remember where I found the lamp. That was a long time ago.
Ice Palace Bomb Jump Room.
Oh yeah, that's right. I found that, and I'm like, oh, cool. Nothing like.
And I knew I left some stuff in there. It's like, and I was originally going to backtrack to that room, and then I just completely forgot. There are so many checks. What are the chances there's anything there?
You tried to get it your first time in there. The only problem was you didn't have a small
key. I was out of keys, yeah.
And then the second time when you went in and had small keys, you said, I'm not doing it.
Well, like I said, the second time I was going to backtrack to it, and then I just completely forgot. Again, point.
And I'll be honest, James and I were losing our collective minds.
I don't blame you, but
like, I tell you
to go play this, but I know you'd probably finish it like half an hour faster than me at least. So, but hey,
I mean, the two of you had very interesting routes and what you each found. I will say home definitely had that information of flippers a lot sooner on the boots. So home, you pretty much rushed those flippers as soon as you got your boots out of Skull. And then being able to pair Catfish with Zora meant you also got the hammer at a very nice clip. It's just, unfortunately, this seed really did not reward the early progression, it felt like.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I would summarize this seed with 3 words: I hate key drop. I hate.
Yeah, there was some
drop.
talk of your tracker not having the key drop stuff on it at the time, or at least it wasn't enabled.
Like, no, I didn't enable it, which is fine. Like, I knew like what I needed for what. Like, I had that knowledge in my brain, but I was looking for keys for Thieves Town or Desert for. It felt like an hour.
Forever. Yeah,
I think Hayes' second Thieves Town small key was in the front of Escape towards Zelda Cell, if I'm remembering correctly.
That sounds right.
So unfortunately, like, you guys kind of took opposite routes on Hyrule Castle, home clearing the dark, Kaysen clearing the basement. And it gave each of you something very important. Just Kays was able to find a different bow, whereas you were not able to find a different Thieves.
Which is wild to me. I can't believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Skullwoods. I'm guessing Skullwoods is behind the bomb. It's got to be.
Yeah,
it has to be. There's nothing else left.
That drove me nuts because I found those mitts in the climb, and I'm just like, I can check everything with one entrance. It's got to be Skullwoods.
You guys
and then it was none of it. Oh.
You were dead even. Kays finished Eastern as you mirrored out of GT with the mitts, and you started rushing your mitts checks. You went to Ice. Kays pretty much followed suit. But then Kays did like back of Skull first when you did hammer pegs, and then you both did pegs or back of Skull or TR. It was like you're all checking the 4 entrances and nothing.
Pick your poison at that point. Like, they're all spread out. They all suck. Just you got to do it.
So yeah, like at that moment, you guys were even, and it was just like, is Kays going to go back to TR and find his TR big key? Is home going to find the small key necessary? And you went for the well, and unfortunately the well like was a good option because 4 CT keys and lamp and boots, and you're like, it has to be there, and nothing.
Yeah,
there was a point where I was thinking about doing it dark, and I was going to pull up a map. It's like, no, this is stupid. What am I going to find behind this right now based on what I need? And it's like, no, we're doing other things.
But yeah, I mean, both of, like, I think we had 2 keys that gave the ability to beat dungeons tonight, Swamp and Desert, each having a key really deep to get that, to be that final small key for the boss. Yeah. So
the Desert one, for some reason, I see that happen a lot in key drop, a Desert Small up in the back of that place. So I'm glad that
and I'd
helped.
say the same for Swamp.
Shout out to that Swamp small key. I was going through there. Like, I went in there. It's like, this is a lot of checks. I know I can't beat it. I don't care. It's just a ton of checks. Go in there. The last check's a small key. It's like, oh, well, okay then, I guess. I guess we'll go ahead and beat this.
Yeah, I was just, I did the same thing, and then I don't know. Did you ever go back to Swamp, or did you do left side? Because I eventually found all the keys. I just never went back.
No.
Neither of you went back to. Yeah, neither of you went back to Swamp. Which I assume is where like the last desert key is at.
Probably. Even one more key there wouldn't have helped me because I needed 2.
Yeah. I don't know. I never checked. I had another key for pod, so I could have done the 3 checks in Harmless Hellway. What else could I have done? Whatever else was on the GT climb after the mitts.
I had a bunch left in pod.
Kays, did you kill Aga 2 thinking Ganon was behind it?
Like I said, my brain was completely fried. So
I'm just making sure.
I got my last thing. I was just like, finally, we're going to do this. I drop in and I see the blue screen. I'm like, what the hell am I doing? at least it's close by. So I just hopped out and mirrored. I was like, what am I doing with my life right now?
Wait, the uncle just needed a check-in. It was a long seat. He's been there a while.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's not getting up, so...
He probably fell asleep waiting for as long as this seat took.
He lost oxygen waiting for
Yeah.
the pyramid to get busted open.
Oh my gosh.
So who's eating garbage in game 2?
Myself and Tyler Salt.
Mm-mm-mm.
Watch, Tyler Salt and I are gonna have the most boring BS seed ever. And like, I think like I would have loved this seed.
Yeah, you
This
would
is
have had
my
fun with
mystery.
this. You're twisted enough to have enjoyed something like this. Throw in some Randomizer and you'd really like it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, actually, I liked this.
Give me
seed.
all
this
those
is kind
goodies.
of the kind of garbage I actually wanted out of this, so I'm kind of happy. I just wish I'd
Yeah,
done
we were-
it, what,
yeah,
minute and a half
just-
faster.
Jesse and I were talking at the start of this. If you asked Kasten what settings you'd like to see and asked you what settings you'd like to see, this is probably like 95% Homewrecker, 5% Kasten.
Yeah.
I mean, all the settings on this I'm 100% in for, except for entrance. Like, give me the key drop, give me the pottery. I'm all for that. Like, change entrance to Randomizer, and that would have been a great seed. Or just get rid of entrance, and it would have been great. Still would have sucked, I'm sure,
You heard it
but-
here first, main tournament admin. Get rid of entrance. I mean,
Wait, what?
And replaced with Randomizer? Okay, sure.
Look, just because I don't like it doesn't mean it's not the most played mode in the community, and, you know, what are you going to do?
I know.
He respects the community even if he hates the mode. He thinks we're all crazy. Every time we run entrance together and Case finishes the seed, it's always, why do people like this?
I'm so salty. I've never run a seed and been like, this was fun. Like, every seed I ever run, we always say, this seed was garbage. It's like, yeah, they're all garbage.
Who ran for you guys in co-op cross keys week? Because we couldn't
every time.
we couldn't get Gil off the bench without like a force of nature or something.
Leo and I have been in the co-op cross keys team for our team every year. It's like there is no deviation. This year I was like, Case, do you want to try the mode with me? No.
Okay, I wasn't that directly shutting it off. It was more like, I will, but
I'd rather not.
want to is a strong term.
So that's the great part about League. Everyone has their favorite flavor of trash, and everyone gets a sample all season long.
So next week, Kasten gets to play 2 Randomizer seeds, and Leo doesn't have to play Randomizer.
There you go.
This week's the best week. I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, I love Randomizer. See, Home gets it.
Yeah.
Home's cool.
Yeah, I'll play that forever.
Yeah.
The first time I get a dead rock in an item cave, I'm just gonna throw my controller. I'm just gonna let you know right now.
But it has been
sure
a
you bring your
long
coins.
stream. Do you guys got anything else before we close up for the night?
Go to bed, Jesse. Thanks for the restream, but go to bed.
It is 3 a.m. here,
It's 3
I'm
a.m.
sad.
Yeah.
and I was falling asleep before the race started.
Gosh, oh no. Yep.
Thanks
it's
again.
bedtime
I'm
then.
glad
it out.
I'm glad you stayed awake. I didn't have to do all of this myself. But Kasten, Homewrecker, what a race! Watch it back. It is a delight.
Yes.
Maybe on 3x speed, so it doesn't take an entire day. But yeah.
Watch while your code's compiling. It's fine. It is Friday now. Everywhere
Even
but
for you West Coasters.
Alaska, Hawaii, most of the world is Friday. Go to bed.
Yeah. Get some rest. Come back tomorrow.
Links in the chat. Follow Kasten. Follow Homewrecker. Follow Jesse. Do what you want with me. I don't care.
Support James as well. As we were saying earlier, async site is amazing. So, Plenty of races tomorrow in the league. I don't have the energy to look them up, but I guarantee you there's races. They're getting restreams, and you should watch them and see more garbage like this because Mystery is gonna just throw something out there. Because that's Mystery. So, good night, Speed Gaming.